This is KCR, the sound of state.
Okay, let's try this again. I need to plug in the cable before I can play music.
No problem.
All right, pinnacle of professionalism. Here we go, take two.
Just take a nice breath in. Exhale that breath. Just allow yourself now to relax more and more. Because from this moment in time, there's nothing of importance for you to do except relax. Relax.
Hey, what up? What's going on? This is your homegirl, Scarlett Satan, Maria.
And it's me, your boy Sam, the guy who just hecked up the intro.
No
What's
big
up?
deal. It's Tuesday, but guess what? It's not Techno Tuesday tonight. It's Trap Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who do we have tonight? Let me hear you guys.
Yo, what's up? This is Jake Cron. My name's Jake, and this is my buddy Curtis over here.
Yeah,
Hey.
CurtisG.
Hey, what's up, Curtis and Jake? Good to have you.
Thanks for having us. We're really excited to be here tonight.
For sure. Okay, Jake, we'll start with you. Tell us what music you produce, or what music do you play? What's your deal?
What's your deal, dude?
Yeah. So I specialize in West Coast based music. So anything really gritty, really heavy, really dark vibes. Hip hop influenced. Just that darker side of dub and electronic music.
Dark. And what about you, Curtis? Tell us about you, and then your brand, of course.
I like to throw down a little more like glitchy bass music with that broken beat. So it's very experimental bass music, very
I don't
raw
hear that
sounds.
stuff very often. I love
Yeah.
that.
It's gonna be
Trying
a
to
special
bring it to
edition.
San Diego through Subdrip. It's a
Hey, Subdrip. Tell
free
us.
show the last Thursday of every month at the AC Lounge in North Park.
Oh, sick.
Bringing headliners like Duffrey and all the big acts from California.
Ooh, yeah, we'll definitely get more into detail about that. We want to keep it a surprise. Tell us, you guys, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been producing and DJing and loving trap?
I've been trapping since the beginning.
I've been trapping since the beginning of time.
I've been DJing for about 9 years now, 8-9 years, and
Whoa.
producing for about the same. I actually started out just producing,
Awesome.
but then I felt like I wanted to learn how to DJ so I could write tracks that people want to DJ instead of just abstract, weird 5-minute ambient songs.
I
you
feel
know?
like a lot of people go the other way around. It's unique to hear someone who started producing and then went up on the stage.
Yeah.
What about you, Jake? How long have you been trapping?
I've been making electronic music for probably about 10 years as well. I started off in music in a pop punk band in high school.
No way.
And so I've kind of did a complete 180 and, gone the other direction. I went to my first rave when I was 18, and I just kind of fell in love with electronic
And it
music.
all was downhill from there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's how it starts. You go to this one rave and your world changes.
Yeah.
You get bit.
Life's never the same.
That's
For sure.
awesome.
So
Yeah.
how do you guys know each other?
We met through mutual friends, probably 2 or 3 years ago now, I'm thinking. At first we didn't really know each other. We just hung out at a couple parties, but then, we kind of noticed that we had very similar taste in music, and we got along really well.
Yeah, we're both.
Romance at first sight.
Yeah. We were both DJing like different crews, and we brought them all together. So now we're all one big family.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
I love that you're bringing the same sort of thing together. You both exist in California, so you're trying to bring that same musical energy together. It's
Yeah.
super cool.
What can we expect in this mix, guys? Or who was going first? Curtis.
Yeah,
Tell me what
Curtis.
can we expect in the mix?
Well, it's gonna start out, and you're gonna think that your speakers are slightly unplugged, and there's feedback. You're gonna think that the whole time. Actually, you're like, "Is there feedback? What's going on?" No, that's
No.
the music.
It's an
That's it.
artistic choice.
Those gritty CurtisG vibes right there.
That's awesome. So I think we are ready to go to your mix, and we'll
It's
be
plugged
back.
in this time. I swear. It'll work.
Yeah. and
You would
we'll be
never know
back.
anyway.
I know, right?
All right, here we go. And just so y'all know, you are currently listening to KCR, the award-winning Sound of State. You can listen live on AM 1610, on the TuneIn app, or at kcr.sdsu.edu. There's all sorts of cool stuff that we have coming up for you, but specifically, I want to let you know you can call in at 619-594 6982. That's
Yeah,
619.
Don't be afraid. Call us.
594-6982. I'm told I say that too fast, so I wanted to say it twice, like they do in the big leagues.
Yeah, no problem. We got you.
right.
And here we go.
Face favorite dustbin, man on my line, don't trust him. Tell your mom
Thought they bold, they cold, they just saw their souls. Can't make selling shows when it closed, they just comatose. What them I waiting gold, what them I waiting platinum, roll in the rolls. Roll with the fold in my soul, roll with the pole with the pole. You know it's the old. I ain't celibate, might just celebrate. It's that bigger shit. Said another mega hit, might just celebrate. Get away, hella quick, and I had a better whip, and I bet better quit begging it. TTP still getting it, fly like Pegasus, biggest they putting it. New brand testament. I've been on a bike man tick since Genesis.
I've been in flight mode. Bad girl dressing in guys' clothes. Black lives matter still shutting that white girl. Dipping from 5-0, but it's all live-o. Pav, where you been?
I've been overseas and ting. I've been on my greens and ting. On a relapse thing, still getting in peas and ting. No ejecting, matting. My rocks where you been?
I've been in Brum and ting, just checking on mom and ting. In the lab spitting bars with the toms and ting like Pav. What you been on and ting like?
I've been over in our stages. I'm getting them papers, never them stakes and ting. No playback ting. This year I'm on a payback ting. My rocks where you been?
Been in flight mode. Girl dressing in guys' clothes. Lives still shutting that white girl. From 5-0, so live-o. Pav, where you been?
Overseas and ting. No my greens and ting. On a relapse, still getting in peas and ting. No jet, matting. My rocks where you been?
Them Brum and ting, just checking on mom and ting. In the lab spitting with the toms and ting like. What you been on and ting like?
Over in our stages. I'm getting them papers, never them stakes and ting. No playback. This year I'm on a
Where you been?
Tight.
Where you been?
Tight.
Where you been?
Tight.
Where you been?
Tight.
I roll up. Flex like Machine Gun Kelly. box in your eardrum, the raw.
All right, my friends. I hope that rocked your world as much as it rocked ours. We're currently live on Facebook. If you follow us on the Scarlett Letter page, Scarlett Letter Show, come check that out. You can watch us, our beautiful faces, at least Scarlett and those two guys, Curtis and Jake Cron. I'm not included. But we want to talk to you about some important stuff at the moment. Most notably, once again, you're listening to KCR College Radio, the award-winning sound of San Diego State. We were voted best AM/FM radio station ever, just in all of history and in posterity, emeritus. You can listen live on AM 1610 if you're sitting right next to us, or on the TuneIn app. Just look for KCR, and kcr.sdsu.edu if you're on some kind of ancient device that's stationary, not a cell phone, doesn't take
No big
apps.
deal.
We got some interesting stuff. We got to pay the bills, not literally, but the royal we. We have something to tell you about the
Tell us, Sam. Tell us, please. Tell me.
Golden Voice? The Golden Voice has announced the One Love Cali Reggae Fest. It's returning on February 8th to the 10th in 2019, which is coming up pretty soon.
Say what?
We're almost in December.
Whoa,
I
that's
know.
crazy.
We got artists like Sublime, J-Boog, Common Kings, and a lot more, and they'll all be hanging out all weekend in Long Beach, Ca. And passes are going to go on sale Saturday, November 17th, which has already happened.
Of course, once again, a late.
Well,
like-
it isn't late.
just
It's
like
just
last
still
time.
relevant because it hasn't happened yet. We got a couple months. I guess the passes are still available, I hope.
Okay.
Anyway, the time, I guess, isn't relevant, but they went on sale at 12 p.m.
Yeah, no big deal.
You can visit onelovecalifest.com, all caps. I'm sure that's important, for prices and more information. Scarlett, what do you have to tell us about North Park?
Ooh, North Park's Observatory is an amazing venue that you,
Me?
yeah, you, Curtis, you, Jake,
Even me?
everyone, yes, even you.
Wow.
So
can-
I'm everyone?
Everyone can win tickets to.
Great.
Make sure to check out all our giveaways on kcrlive.com for a chance to win tickets to concerts throughout the semester, and follow us on at KCR College Radio for more opportunities to win.
You can't tell me what to do. You're not my real mom.
Okay, one more announcement I want to make, that I will be giving tickets away for Techniche on December. Oh my God, I'm still stuck in Halloween.
I'll give out dozens of tickets for the October show.
On December 6th at Riches with Mixoplex, John Velotti, and of course, Delo's special guest. The only thing you have to do is share the post that I'm going to post soon. I'm going to post a picture
Soon, DM.
Soon. I'm going to post a picture of the tickets, and all you have to do is share them. That's it. And you win passes for Techniche.
Please give us something to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're joined in the Curtis by J-Cron. Did I say Curtis? I meant we're
Are you
joined in the
Curtis?
studio. We're joined in the Curtis by Curtis and J-Cron.
Yeah.
I really liked that mix.
Oh, thanks, man.
It was fire.
I don't listen to enough music like that. That reawoke the spirit deep inside of me.
It's nice, right, to have something other than techno.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool. It opens your mind.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes
yeah.
you need something a little bit different.
Sometimes
than
you
from
need
techno,
trap.
you know?
Yes.
A little more Cockney rap.
All right, guys. So tell me, where do you get your inspiration for these bomb tracks?
You want to go first, Curtis?
Yeah, well, I get a lot of inspiration from my friends, really. Like,
Aw.
all my friends around me, watching them grow and just seeing what they've become. You know, that's like a big spot, you know, and just looking at the way the scene has gone. Like, you would hear this type of music like 8 years ago, and you'd be like, what? What is that? Like, it's not music, but now it's like
Now it's music.
coming to
It
this
is.
like center light.
That's awesome.
How about you, Jake?
Yeah, totally. You know, I draw a lot of inspiration from people around me as well, but some bigger name artists would be like Tipper, G Jones, Mad Zach, Bleep Bloop, people like that. But also just all of our homies that we play shows with down here in San Diego, like Diamonds of Kailash. We've got Stoic, we've got a bunch of friends up in LA, a couple coming down for the show. We got Star Fox and
Super
Dream
awesome.
Life coming to play our next Subdrip event, which is this Thursday.
Oh yeah, you guys want to expand on that? The show is yours.
Expound on it.
Expound.
So the
on
last
it.
Thursday of every month, we do a free show of this style of music at the AC Lounge. And we try to bring in acts that you may normally have to pay for, but we make it free so you can just experience this music.
And
Hey,
it's
thank
so,
you.
It's so lit. Like really, I can't go anywhere because I work, but
And
know
I'm
I'd
poor,
be
so
there.
I appreciate this.
Yes, I'm perfect for you.
Yeah, this month we got Duffrey as our headliner, and if you've heard of him, he's making insane, crazy, cutting-edge electronic music right now. He's playing a show on New Year's Eve with Tipper, so getting to come see an artist like that for free down here in San Diego, it doesn't happen very often, so I think it's a special thing.
It's a
And
great
if
opportunity.
you can't come this time, the last Thursday of every month, we do this. So come out and hang out.
Yeah, it's the time. It's
Come
your
anytime.
time.
We will not run out of months.
I know.
Right. It's the last one of the year, guys. You got it right? No.
Not yet.
One more,
yeah.
one more. We
Wow,
got
I don't
one-
know where my head is. Am I thinking December? Is it January? New Year's.
I think we're all just hoping
What?
2018 will be over already.
Yeah,
and
I
we
know.
can move on to the
We'll
next
finally
year.
be
Please
free.
end the agony. Okay, so guys, when was the moment when you thought, okay, I'm gonna be a musician, like this is what I'm gonna do with my life?
When you knew this was your jam.
Yeah. Either or can like
Well, I mean, I've come from a musical family. My brother is a musician. My parents are both musicians, and I've always had a passion for it. And I wouldn't even say now that I have decided 100% that this is what I'm going to do for my career, because it's kind of a scary thing. But I've been putting a lot of work in the last year or so, and it's been heading in the right direction. And with Curtis here, we've really grown a lot, I think, and we've got a good community down here that's starting to come up.
Yeah, we're roommates too, so
hey,
it helps,
taking it to another
com-
We have
level.
like a
helps to
little
do it.
friendly competition going. If I hear Jake making music, I get that itch. I'm like, all right, I gotta sit down and do this now.
He
Like,
buys 6-inch monitors. You buy 9.
yeah, exactly. Keeping up with the neighbor, the roommate upstairs.
Just got to re-pour your foundation now. in the basement. It's
Yeah.
good.
Curtis, so what about you? What's your story?
Well, I got back in this in college. I went up to UC Santa Cruz and had a lot of friends in the music minors, and really entered me into this world. But I was like kind of kept it in the closet, kept it in the closet up there, and just worked on it at home. Didn't want to show anybody,
And then surprise.
yeah, moved back down here, and it was like, okay, fuck it, let's just try to do this,
Oops, F it.
Oh.
It's okay. It's 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. I'm
We're
sure
chill.
no one heard the F-bomb. No worries.
The best part about coming down and having like a debutante's ball musically is you get to make whatever you want behind closed doors, and when you come out, you don't know how anybody would react.
Yeah.
Was that like a positive experience for you?
Yeah, well, I mean, back then it was like Willy Wonka remixes, like annoying dubstep, like sometimes if I listen to that stuff, I'm like, really?
Not just
You
normal
thought-
dubstep, annoying dubstep.
You're like, you thought that was a good idea, seeing like that growth or
You
not?
have evolved so much.
Yeah.
Look at you now, making some fire.
Yeah, I used to be in a duo with a drummer, so he would write all the drums. So like writing, I was always lazy. I'd be like, he can fix that part. So when I started doing this on my own, it took me a while to like,
You sound like a film director.
What-
Oh, he'll fix it in
No,
post.
no.
yeah, like he can fix all the drums and make them sound great,
Super cool. Thanks for sharing your stories. What advice would you guys give to someone that wants to start producing?
I think it's just you got to put in the work. You got to put in a lot of time and effort into things, and especially when it comes to electronic music, there's a lot of preparation that goes into it, because you can have a great idea for a song and you can be able to hear it in your head, but if you don't know how to do all the technical aspects
Pull
of
it out of
sound
your
design
mind's
and things
eye.
like that, that's the biggest thing. That's going to help you get your workflow going faster, and that's one of the things that I personally struggle with a lot, and
I
trying
know
to
the
work on
feeling.
that is I think one of the biggest things for someone that wants to get into making electronic music. You got to know what you're doing on the computer before you just start doing it.
Is there something that you do personally that helps keep you working on a track? Because I know I'll periodically pull out stuff that I haven't touched in a few months, and I just have a hard time finishing. Is there a
Yeah.
certain ritual that you do?
What gets you going?
I actually, in the last couple months, I've been, trying to share my music with other producers and other friends that make music, and I
Getting
think that's
some
one of the
feedback,
biggest things
yes.
is getting critique from your peers. Because no matter how many times you go back and listen to something over and over again, it's just one set of ears listening to it. And even just the most simple thing that a friend can, piece of advice that a friend can give you can really change the way
And
you
I'm
think
sure-
about
yeah.
making a track.
I'm sure you guys help each other a lot too.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
Nah, bro, you
Let
need
me
to
show you
change that."
this. Yeah.
Yeah, I do that with my buddy Stonefish, the guy we interviewed last
Oh
week.
yeah, he was awesome.
He sends me Snapchats, and
Like, how does this sound, bro?
he could send me Instagrams that are 40 seconds in length, but he actually chooses to send me the shorter chunks because I don't get the opportunity to get sidetracked on whatever else is going on. He'll show me one part and say, "Yeah, isn't this cool?" He isn't even directly asking for it, but I'll say, "Don't you think it would sound cool if there was like a really deep French horn on that?" And he'll be like, "Dude, you're right." And then I show him stuff and he's like, "Whoa, that's awesome. Shouldn't it be a little faster though?" And I'll be like, "Oh my God, you're right."
Yeah,
You need those
friendship
extra
goals.
sets of ears. That's
So
awesome.
Curtis, what about you? What advice would you give?
Well, like I break all my production up into different like kind of like schedule it. So like I'll have times when I'm only making sound. I'm not trying to write songs. Only making weird sounds and saving them in a folder. And then I'll come back like later when I have a clear head
Piece them together.
and arrange a sound like a little melody with those noises. And then by separating my like sections, I don't get trapped in that loop of like not making anything
I
or
see.
making
Wow.
bad music.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that.
I admire
idea.
your discipline there because I do the exact opposite. I start making little tunes and songs that have the worst sound design ever. They have no cohesion. And then eventually, like a year later, I'll remember it and I'll have made a cool sound and then I'll drop it in. I need to start doing that. I need to start making this stuff first and then going from there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you learn a lot of new things here at
I'm
Scarlett
learning.
Letter.
This is
Woo.
awesome. All right, we're going
All
to
right,
go into
guys.
jCron's mix
No,
next.
we
Oh,
got
wait.
one more question.
Uh-oh.
What do you think about the electronic music scene in San Diego, the underground electronic music scene?
I think it has so much potential. There's so many different amazing venues down here, and there's so many different crews and different types of people. I think that electronic music has come a really long way with the smaller music festivals that are starting to get more popularity, like Lightning in a Bottle. Things like Enchanted Forest or Utopia, even, which is the Burning Man regional event down here in San Diego. I think that there's a lot of room for the underground music to shine through, and I think that's what we're trying to do.
What about you?
Yeah, again, I think like as people collaborate and different crews work together, I think that's the key, and that's like the change we've been seeing with the bass scene. Is people are now like, oh yeah, I'll go to your show, or I'll work with you, and like growing to become a bigger thing as opposed to just a bunch of little islands.
That's really cool because I feel like for most of the techno artists that we've had, it's more like they're more divided somehow. And I
Like
see
they're
like with,
stepping on each other.
yeah, and with the drum and bass crowd, with the psytrance crowd, with the trap crowd, I feel like you guys are more a community, right? I can
Yeah,
feel it.
no,
can
I
feel a sense
agree.
of
I think it's
community.
come to that. I feel like a few years ago it wasn't like that though.
Is there anything that needs improvement?
I think
know
we just
it's
need
a-
more trap and bass music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. We need more trap shows for sure.
Yeah.
It's a deep question, but I think that's good. Your honesty and your positivity
Yeah.
it tells a lot about what the scene is going through right now. People are
Definitely.
starting to band together.
So what
Yeah.
can we expect in your mix, Jake?
I'm gonna play a couple tracks in there from one of our artists that is coming down, Star Fox and Dream Life. They're doing a back-to-back set with us at Subdrip, and they're two good friends. And there's a couple of their tracks in there, along with a couple curated tracks, just the newest, freshest stuff that I'm listening to right now.
Fresh.
Oh,
Awesome. Super
fresh.
excited. So we are ready to hear Jake Cron's mix.
All right, here we go.
Right.
I have that horn, but I think y'all did it better than I ever could.
Yep.
All right, here we go. We're going to send you away.
And you're
on the
listening
wind.
to KCR Colors Radio, the awards-winning sound of stage. Hey, we're back. Jake Cron, you killed it.
Oh, thank you.
I felt like I was a Subdrip. I was just
You're currently
headbanging.
killing it.
Currently. Always killing it.
That's
Right.
awesome.
So we got, of course, the closing questions. Take it away, Sam.
What was the worst time you ever bombed? I'm going to start jCron on this one. It could be a moment where your equipment failed you and you had to like pull something out to really bring it back, or maybe a time where you yourself didn't feel like you could make it happen, but you did.
Just your worst moment.
I wouldn't necessarily consider it bombing, but
Good attitude.
on the 4th of July this year, my buddy asked me to play at his house party.
Uh-oh.
And I had about 10 people come up to me and ask me to play something more quote-unquote lively.
Oh, I've had that happen
So
to
I
me.
literally dug in my crate and just pulled out like
La
the
Macarena?
most ridiculously crazy bass music song I could think of, and I played it, and like everybody walked outside. But you know, I don't really care. Like, I'm not gonna like, especially if it's a drunk girl like coming up to me and being like, play something better. I'm like, no. Yeah, that's.
I had a close friend of mine walk up and
not
say,
gonna
"Can
do
you
it."
play something good?"
Yeah.
It's like sometimes people don't realize that they're actually like being rude and insulting you when they do
Right?
that. But
I
whatever.
hate
This
when
is my
people ask me
craft.
for a request. I always thought like I should just wear a shirt that says no request.
No, yeah.
What about you, dude?
Well, you know, had too many of those free drink coupons.
Oh.
And I
I
didn't know the stage was like just the DJ decks were just like floating there. It was at the stage downtown, and I sort of just flipped the decks over, mixer and everything in the middle of a set. It was great. You know, everyone clapped. It
Are
was
there
amazing.
any videos of that?
No, thank God there's not any videos.
Did you
of
ever
that.
see Clone High, that TV show? He's like, did you see the pool? They flipped it.
Well,
I didn't know you could do that.
I think that's a first. We've had DJs say that their sound goes off and all that, but never that they
Or they
flip
botch
the
a
whole
transition
thing.
and load the same track on
Yeah,
both
but
decks.
or
yeah.
they had to press Q the whole time.
Or emergency loop mode.
Curtis
this-
Curtis goes 110%
Yeah,
all the time.
That's
So.
probably the most memorable one.
You have to nail the table down.
Literally, please. We gotta nail this down. It's day one stuff.
So to end on a good note, what does the future hold for Jake Cron and Curtis?
I mean, I think the sky's the limit for us and all our friends down here in San Diego, and for Subdrip. You know, I think we're just gonna keep trying to build this community up and try and take things on the road,
On the
and
way.
maybe, you know, start playing some things outside of San Diego. Maybe do
Yeah.
some takeovers at some places in LA somewhere.
Yeah.
If anybody's listening up in LA and wants to book us, you know, we are available.
We have
Yeah,
cars. We have cars.
That's awesome.
Cool. What
I'm so
about you?
glad.
Any
Well,
anything
I
else you
just
wanna
again
say?
like I want to keep developing the scene down here. I want to be able to bring sound every month. You know,
To
bring
every-
headliners. You know, I
To
want to
every
bring
ear.
a fat sound system to every show. You know, I want to
Super.
step up the bass and get more bass going in San Diego.
Yes, and we will. You guys are in a good place, and I've seen you evolve in the past few Subdrips, and I'm so proud of you guys. I love supporting my homies and throwing it down in events. Thank you for coming. I really
Yeah, thanks for having
appreciate
us.
it.
It's great
Yeah.
learning about
Yeah.
you. I personally hadn't met you guys until just now, so
Thanks,
it's
yeah.
I like your brand. I like what you're doing.
Rad. Just one
Thank
more
you.
time, on Thursday,
Yeah,
the
tell us.
29th, we have Subdrip with Duffery, Star Fox, back-to-back Dream Life, and Nugent, Splatterbrain, and CurtisG, back-to-back Jake Cron. And it's a free show at the Air Conditioned Lounge in North Park, so come on out and support local bass music in
9
San
to
Diego.
2.
Awesome, and I'll be posting the link of the show on the Scarlett Letter page, of course.
Hats off to you, Jake Cron. That was off your dome. I saw you. You were like racking your brain to get everything
I was like, please
out.
don't get it wrong. Please don't get it
The
wrong.
best part is I will not be able to correct you. No one here knows.
Right, guys, thank you so much for listening. And this was Scarlett Letter Show. We'll see you
Scarlett
next
Letter.
Tuesday.
Awesome.
Woo.
Have a good night.
Swagger don't stop. Stop!